No, you're trusted. And joining us right now, our friend, your general manager, and your friend too, the king of the gifts on Twitter and so much more. And he will be here with his beautiful family for much, much, much longer, we hope. Monte McNair. Good morning, Monty.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Jason. How are we?
Great. How are we?
We are great.
Well, one of us is a lot richer. The rest of us are up here in the morning talking about it. Now that you're a contract extended GM, does that mean you're a morning guy? 7:30, dude. Jeez.
I was never a morning guy until about 6.5 years ago when we had our first,
right.
and now 7:30 is sleeping in. So thanks for letting me get a little extra shut eye.
We're going to have some fun with this, obviously, but in reality, just real quick, I know that you are very connected to the fan base. I know you listen, you read some things you probably shouldn't, but you do anyways. And you've seen as Jason was just talking about, the universal love and admiration, and the fact that you have an entire fan base incredibly interested in your contract, and not De'Aaron, not DeMontis, not Coach Brown, in your contract situation. I know you love Kings fans already, but this has to prove that we're as wackier than any other fan base in the league.
Well, it's great to see. It's been obviously a fun season to start out for all of us, but especially to follow the fans, and you and I have talked about it, Dave, and all that they've been through the years, and that they still come out in droves, that we're selling out, every game in Golden One, and that everybody's enjoying at least a little bit of success that we've had so far. Obviously, we have a long way to go, and we hope that's in the playoffs for many years to come.
As we're talking with Monte McNair here, Monte, I'm thinking about, credit to you, congratulations to Wes, this is a lot of people getting extended here. And, this is your career, this is your passion. I'm thinking, when it all gets finalized, who's the first person you wanted to tell?
Certainly my wife. And as everybody, I think, with a family knows, that's first and foremost. She, I don't even know if the fan base knows, but, she's pregnant with our fourth, due in June.
Big times.
Uh-oh. Congratulations.
So all the Beam related baby names, bring them. But she's at home. I'm often on the road or busy, and we got 3 6 and under and a fourth on the way. And, all that she puts up with me, with them, and so just to share it with her, and her support is amazing. But there's I think being in my seat, you get a lot of the credit, but a lot of sometimes the blame. But it certainly takes a village. We have a fantastic group. Lots of thank yous I could go around. Certainly starts with Vivek, and appreciate his support throughout all this. Matina, JR, our business side folks have been great to work with. Obviously, Wes Wilcox, our assistant GM, has been instrumental in some of our huge moves. Phil DeBoer, Paul Johnson, I could go on forever. Obviously, Mike and his staff, our players. It's not just one thing, which we've talked about. We know we had a lot to change to get to the point we're at now. We have a lot to do to continue to go forward, but I'd be remiss if I didn't at least get some of those thank yous out of the way. I'm sure I missed some folks, but truly a village, and I appreciate everyone who has helped me along the way.
So by the time your contract's up, are you going for the starting 5 at home? You go for the full roster? You get 12?
We're done. We're going to be 4 and done. And we're thrilled, but also excited to move on to whatever the next stage of parenting is. Right now our kids still like us for the most part. Mm-hmm. So we got a few years of that, and then we'll, deal with the next stage, which will have its own challenges.
Monte McNair joining us. Listen, I know all along, anytime you were asked or the question was broached, and I know this is you on and off record, on and off air, I'm paraphrasing you, Monty, but the work will speak for itself. I'm just focused on the work. We're just trying to win. Everything will take care of itself in the long run. So this wasn't something where you were like pining for this and pouting and all that. You were very much with your team focused on focused on the job at hand. That being said, obviously you have a family to take care of. You've got, all those things going on. Is it good also to just get this out of the way? You got the trade deadline coming up. You got a playoff March, knock on wood, coming up. Just one more thing off your plate here.
Yeah, it certainly helps. I think, we've talked about not just telling fans to trust us because we don't have a track record to go on as a new front office. And we wanted the results to show and speak for themselves. And I think all this does is say that, our group is now tasked with the next set of challenges that are going to come up over the next few years. And obviously we're excited about where we're at to start this season. That starts with the rest of this season, like you said, knock on wood for a playoff push here. And then, the good thing is that expectations will move. Our expectations will move, and it'll be a new set of challenges that we'll be tasked to accomplish. And, thank you to Vivek and everybody for, giving us that chance to prove ourselves.
All guests come to you for the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop, as we're talking with Monte McNair. Monte, obviously you do this for every move you make. You think you're making the right move. I mean, people are going to critique it, whether they like it, whether they dislike it or not. But right now, where this team is, and to hear your name and the front office's name as far as Executive of the Year candidates, how does that help validate some of the things you have decided upon? Does that feel good to be in this position where people are mentioning you as Executive of the Year?
Yeah, and I think I always say when one person gets voted as Executive of the Year, it's really a commendation of the group, and we're just happy to be mentioned in the breadth of some of those other teams around the league. But yeah, we've all had a bit of a vision. You never know exactly which way it'll go, and I think it's been really cool to see the success that the team has had so far, the fans just enjoying it. And look, in the NBA, 29 teams end up without, a championship. But there's a lot of other successes along the way. I'm happy that the fans are enjoying this. And we are too. There's a lot of positives. And, I think it's a validation of so far of some of the moves we've made, but also that we feel like we can continue to build on this, that we have a long way to go, and that we hope that we can continue to grow this team together and build towards something bigger and better.
Kings GM Monte McNair joining us. We're celebrating his contract extension. I want to pay a compliment, Monte, and this is from an off-air conversation we had. I'm going to violate, at least on my end, but with you being in this situation, you were, a week ago on the final year of your deal. I'd like to think, the cynic in me, that there are other executives, perhaps past and present, that would say, okay, I got draft picks. I got a lot of things I can work with. We got to make the playoffs this year. I got a family to feed. I need an extension. I want to do this. Well, you other than the Herder trade, I mean, the cupboard is full, not to mention our talent. The cupboard is full. And I'm not going to ask you if you were tempted, because I know you weren't. But at the same time, I think I speak for a lot of fans when we say, despite whatever situation you were in with your contract, the fact that the future of this team is as bright or even brighter than the present for this team, I think is a compliment to you and your staff as well.
We've always felt our job is to, kind of steward the organization and, put it in the best spot we can, both for the present and the future. We've certainly talked about, we all know there's a playoff drought. Ending that is a top priority. But doing that in a way that we can then go on to the next step. And we still, like you said, have a full cupboard and things that we can do to progress is huge. And that's, I think, obviously we hope to be, rewarded for our job, like everybody. But, number one is that we got to do our job. And, the second we lose sight of that, we won't be able to do it. So that part is actually easy. And the hard part is executing on it. But the rewards and seeing, like the beam chant, sometimes too early, folks. Like my wife asked me, I believe it was the Brooklyn game earlier on TNT. We were up by about 20 at half, and she said, when are you going to feel comfortable? I said, well, we're up 40. And we got up 39. She goes, "You're almost there." I said 50. Okay. So that's
Right.
the mindset that we have during the game. But it's just so awesome to see. And, you know, there's so few fan bases. I think, you know, I saw something on Twitter that, you know, we might be right now, the fan base may be one of the happiest in the NBA. And that's just fantastic. And I hope the fans enjoy it. And I hope this continues, but you also have to live in the moment and enjoy the good times when they come. Our job, me and my staff, is to make those good times continue as long as possible.
I don't know if you have this, but maybe it's your wife, maybe it's Wes, maybe it's someone in the front office, but I don't know how you resist the "I told you so" to the media or to those that, I mean, do this for a living and say things like malpractice, the league needs to step in, or you shouldn't have drafted this guy. What are the Kings doing? I know you're not going to do that publicly, but is there someone privately that you're able to go, what were they thinking? Why were they so critical of some of these moves?
Well, Jason, you do this long enough, you know that the flip side will come, and nobody bats 1,000. But that's also why we don't try to win the press conference. We know that the proof is in the pudding, and we got the wins have to come, and that's going to be ultimately what we're judged on, and not whether it sounds good in the moment or, you know, it looks good on paper. You know, we know that's going to come. And so, you know, if it's an unpopular choice at the time, but it's the risk that we think is worth taking, we'll do it because, you know, for where we're as a team, we think that's validation of what we've done. But no, I you know, it really is, you know, everybody's got an opinion, and I love that the fans do that. And, the second I go and try to taunt them, I think karma's going to slap me right back. And, so we try to stay humble and, you know, bat. I don't even know what are batting averages these days. Like
984,
5. Like I would say over 300, but that's a pipe dream. But you know, we're just trying to do as good as we can. As Coach Brown says, you know, hit singles, obviously hit doubles, triples, and home runs when we can. But you know, really just take good cuts. To take this analogy way too far.
When you were on the way here, when you got hired, you knew about the fan base. You knew how tough it's been, and you said it yourself, this fan base deserves so much more. When you're, I don't know if you were on social media at all last night or this morning, I'm sure you heard about it somewhere, somehow, but even before that, you know, Monte McNair needs an extension tweets and the topics on Reddit and God knows wherever about the fan base universally not only wanting you to stick around, but pushing for it, and people tweeting about it every day and having countdowns. Obviously, it's flattering, but Monty, when you came here, did you think? I mean, I want to just put it in perspective. This fan base loves you so much; they're so happy. They're celebrating an executive's extension, and could you even imagine that when you were on your way on that first flight or drive here to Sacramento?
No, I'll say no. It was, you know, there's so much going on at that time, but it's to me, it just shows our fan base, how amazing they are, and how much they, you know, value the organization, the team, and just what the guys have done on the floor, you know, and first and foremost, credit to De'Aaron, Domas, and the rest of our guys who have put in the work. And are the ones out there winning games for us. But you know, I'm really happy for our group. You know, these guys, we got, you know, dozens of folks here, you know, in our front office and our support staff that, you know, work hard every day behind the scenes. And, you know, it's for moments like this where we're, I don't even know what it is, 7 out of 8. You know, we got another home game coming up here, which will be great. And, you know, it's fun to see. You know, we know the same group will call for our heads when things aren't as good. But all that means is that they want more, and you know, that pushes us. So it's fun in the moment. We also know we have to continue to do our job to continue to earn their adulation and praise.
That's Monte McNair, GM for a long time coming
Yes.
of your Sacramento Kings. And as we said before you came on, Monty, and you kind of reiterated it, congratulations to Wes and the rest of your staff. When we say Monte McNair, we mean the Royal Monty, but it's the entire crowd that you guys have assembled getting it done. And obviously with the personal news you dropped at the top of the hour, you needed that extension. So congratulations to you as well.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Take care. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. That is Monty McNair.
It's a great day.
It is a great day. I can't get over the fact that we're so excited and we're so celebratory over our GM getting extended. And we should be.
Yeah.
But it's so cool.
Well, we're in such a peak, right? The team's good.
Yes.
We like the coach. You like what you see with the GM.
Yeah.
Synergy here. It's good.
Let's continue that conversation. We're right back. More Monty McNair after this.